Earlier this year, members of the Ontario Provincial Parliament, the people who decide what to do with your tax dollars, authorized to increase the minimum wage 25 cents, bringing it to $8 an hour. Now, in the run-up to the election, there are those who would like to see the minimum wage increased to $10 an hour. Given that 45% of low-wage earners are young people aged 15 to 24, this issue affects you now. See, the minimum wage is in place to prevent workers from being exploited, and it's also used as a tool to alleviate poverty by guaranteeing that workers earn a reasonable living wage. But you know, sometimes increasing the minimum wage can result in job cuts. For example, a small business may only be able to pay 5 employees the $8 an hour minimum wage. But if that business is forced to increase its minimum wage to, say, $10 an hour, then that small business may have to cut one of its employees to pay everyone else more money. And then, of course, there are larger factories and offices who may not want to create jobs, hundreds or thousands of them in a certain community, because their minimum wage is too high. And of course, there's the issue of rights, right? I mean, generally, it's a person's education and skills and experience that allows them to earn more money because companies are essentially competing for their value. But if someone's personal choices left them with no education and no skills, no training, is it their right to have the government force employers to pay them more than they have to? And of course, behind all of this are real people. Families are trying to get ahead. Young people are trying to get by, and employers are trying to expand so that they can create more jobs. How can we possibly remain competitive if businesses feel that this is too much of an expensive place to do business? But how can young people and working families get ahead without a reasonable living wage? You decide. This is Moment of Youth.